again. After months of speculation, Michael Jordan finally announced his return to the NBA, this time as a member of the Washington Wizards. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Gleason, and welcome as ESPN Classic celebrates the past, present, and future of his airness. We thought we had seen it all: 6 NBA titles, 5 MVP awards, countless highlight reels, and the indelible image of his last shot. But at the age of 38, after a 3-year absence, MJ will try to add to the game's greatest legacy. We know he has enough hardware. We know he's financially secure. So why come back? As David Aldridge reports, Jordan returns to a very different NBA.
He contemplates, and the basketball world is on edge. He edges closer, and the league holds its breath. He returns, and a city in desperate need of good news gets a little. But the NBA has changed since Michael Jordan last played. The dynasty he created is in splinters. A new royalty reigns in Los Angeles. And there are a half-dozen other young guns who would enhance their names by taking out his legend. Iverson, McGrady, Carter, Allen, Webber, Finley. Can a 38-year-old Jordan, on a team that will almost certainly not contend for a championship, still move the dial? Can he still intimidate opponents before the ball is even tossed? Can he still get calls from officials? Can he still score at will with the game on the line? Jordan's new teammates aren't fellow Olympians or legendary rebounders. They're teenagers and youngsters and journeymen. How will he react if they don't play with purpose? He trashed offices as an executive watching his team play the last 2 years. He can't do the same to locker rooms after every loss. But is the past prologue? Is there anybody out there who wants to bet against him?
Coming up next, the Bulls and Knicks from 1995, just days after unretiring the first time. MJ makes a statement at Madison Square Garden. Ahead in the game, much more on Jordan's comeback, including a look at some interesting matchups for MJ this season, his new teammates, some of his greatest moments, and his place in NBA history. All of that and much more. It's the Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks from 1995 as we celebrate Michael Jordan's return to the NBA right here on ESPN Classic.
Air Jordans on the Knicks' home floor in 1984. And even in his first Garden practice, he demonstrated that there was something special in the air. He returned today for another practice session, and a decade later, he once again showed his flair for the dramatic, something he has always displayed in his Big Apple visits. His last visit to New York included the unforgettable ending to Game 5 of the 1993 playoffs as Jordan celebrated Chicago's stunning victory. No one could have known as he exited the Garden he would soon after leave the game as well. But tonight, Madison Square Garden will once again serve as his stage because Michael Jordan is back to give a command performance. We welcome you to Madison Square Garden, and tonight it is the sports capital of the world. The usual capacity crowd turning out, but there is nothing ordinary about tonight's game because Michael Jordan and the Bulls are about to take on the New York Knicks. The Knicks are back from the West. They come in at 44-23, and if the season ended today, they would face Chicago in the first round of the playoffs. The Bulls at 36-33. And this is the scene about 2 hours ago. Michael and his Bulls arriving here at Madison Square Garden. The Chicago Bulls come off the victory over Atlanta on Saturday night. On the game-winning basket by Michael Jordan, who played 43 minutes, hit 14 of 20 from the field, and had 32 points, by far his best all-around performance. That is 4th game back. The previous night in Chicago, for Michael's home return, the Bulls were beaten by the Orlando Magic. A very impressive win for Orlando.
I think what really gave Michael and his teammates a lift, Marv, was that winning shot over Atlanta. It showed his sphere of influence in a game once again, and it only took him 4 games to do that. But he's here in the Big Apple, and but he doesn't have Bill Cartwright. He doesn't have Horace Grant with him. It's going to be a little tougher for them because they've been out-rebounded badly so far.
I know for Michael's first game back against the Pacers in Indianapolis, he was very candid about the fact that he had butterflies. He was very nervous about that particular game. He has calmed down since then, but I would think the butterflies are back for this one here tonight. The Knicks controlling the opening tip as Harper is met by Armstrong. Oakley, the former Chicago Bull, played by Pippen. Ewing guarded by Perdue. Ewing feeling Perdue and then is rejected. And here comes Kukoc. Tony Kukoc, who's picked it up the last couple of games for Michael Jordan, who fires. Yes, Michael Jordan hitting on his first field goal attempt.
Those are very happy, positive butterflies, Marv, if they are in his stomach.
Anthony Bonner comes flying down as the ball deflected away and knocked out of bounds. Lee Jones says last touch by Chicago. The officials, Bennett Salvatore, Monty McCutcheon, and Lee Jones. Here's Starks. Yes. John Starks looking to turn it from the 2 of 16 on Sunday against Seattle.
Well, the lighting is much better here at Madison Square Garden than it was in the Tacoma Dome, I can tell you that.
Matchup, Starks defending against Jordan, and the Knicks are immediately called for the illegal defense.
John Starks is the one, as we look at a pensive Pat Riley here early, that has the energy to stay with Michael Jordan, and he's had many shots at him in the past.
Armstrong for Jordan. And he shoots again. So Michael Jordan opens up by hitting his first 2.
I don't know what's more exciting than watching great expectations take place right away and be fulfilled. And that's what's happened with Jordan. 2 for 2. And it's just wonderful to see an athlete like him in action. What a privilege.
Anthony Bonner with a bad play, got himself caught in midair, had nowhere to go, and turned it over. Kukoc played very tightly by Oakley and had it knocked away. Ewing stripped and then recovered. Ewing, oh, nice move, but he could not put it down. Ewing adjusted the shot, and last touch by the Knicks.
He wanted that dunk badly, and it actually turned out to bite him. It threw him off.
Bulls getting it down court in a hurry. Scottie Pippen has been on a tear as of late. Last 8 games shooting 55% from the field, and a pretty move right there to spin around Bonner to give Chicago a 6-2 advantage. Chicago Bulls at 36 and 33. They're 2.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are not scheduled tonight. Here is Ewing. Bulls 6 and the Knicks 4. The Bulls have hit their first 3 shots. Jordan in the post-up mode. Spinning Starks. And last touch by Pippen.
Always curious to see how the great ones act in big games. Remember, Mike, we've talked about Larry Bird in the past playing the game within a game where he wouldn't shoot early and then come on strong. Well, Jordan is interesting. He's come out firing.
Ewing pushed off by Perdue. Able to hit the windmill slam, but that won't count. And the Knicks will throw in. For the Knicks, it is game 3 in a span, which has the Knicks playing 4 games in 5 days. They'll face the Pistons tomorrow night. In Detroit, foul is called. Scottie Pippen arguing the call as he picks up his first and continues the discussion with Bennett Salvatore. Scotty hearing it from the crowd, and Pat Riley is upset. He felt it should have been a shooting foul. It is a non-shooting affair, and Bonner will throw in. Crowd is chanting Scotty. Ewing. Bonner with the rebound. Starks for three. Yes. John Starks only 2 of 14 from downtown against Seattle. On Sunday night, giving the Knicks a 1-point lead. Here's Steele, but Pippen on the recovery and then converts.
See, Oakley tried to go behind his back, and it took away from the forward effort he was making. He was trying to pass the ball before he got it.
Starks again. Rebound Oakley. A whip pass for Bonner, who gets inside. The Knicks 9, the Bulls 8. 3.5 gone by. And here's the post-up by Jordan. Off the spin.
Could he have made that look any easier with the giant step?
Bulls 10. And the Knicks 9. Michael Jordan, 3 of 4 here at the start. Outside official, Bonnie McCutcheon, calling the foul on Kukoc.
Boy, Jordan is almost playing like he's angry against John Starks, and he wants to embarrass him. He's hit a couple of jump shots, and he continues now to post him up down low with his 6'6" size.
But Starks getting the room. Could hit the three. Oakley is there.
Well, that is such a huge basket for the Knicks. That's what they've been lacking lately, that kind of offensive rebounding and finish.
Knicks by 1. Jordan again. Michael Jordan posting up John Starks. He's done it throughout the quarter. He's hit 4 or 5 in this opening quarter, and the Bulls lead 12-11.
In all the games I've seen Jordan play against the Knicks, I've never seen him go like this, with venom against the Knicks.
Starks firing cross court. Bonner not able to hit. Bonner on the foul. Knicks 13 and the Bulls 12. A foul called on Starks.
You know, it's like he's punishing Starks. He's taking him down low every time. They're looking for him every time. And the Knicks are going to have to do something different, maybe with a different matchup.
Certainly a problem area for Chicago off the boards, or as Phil Jackson likes to say, we're not retrieving the ball well. And the ball is retrieved by Bonner. Ewing puts the move on Armstrong and did well to get the shot off as Armstrong tried to wrap him up. Foul on BJ, and Ewing will shoot a pair.
Good awareness by the Knicks in finding Ewing quickly and getting him the ball. Knicks want to lift their level of output, their efficiency tonight in this game. Look at Patrick's shooting at 82% over the last dozen games from the foul line. But it has been too much Patrick Ewing dependence for this team of late. And they've got to get other people involved. And there are some good signs here early with Oakley in the action and Starks hitting his first couple of shots.
Knicks 15 and the Bulls 12. Hopper remaining in the backcourt, pressing Armstrong. Jordan down low, and again an illegal defense called against the Knicks. So that will be a technical foul. It's their second violation. The Knicks now call for time. The Knicks with a 15-12 lead with 6:53 remaining in this first quarter, and Armstrong will shoot the technical. BJ among the leaders at the free throw line, 88% at the line. Good start. Knicks with a 15-13 lead. We'll be right back.
Here's a Perry-Ellis look at what the Bulls are doing. After Jordan opened up hitting 2 long jump shots, he went down low to use his 3-inch size advantage over John Starks, not to mention the many moves he has, and so far so good for Jordan.
Bonner with the steal. 3-on-1. Bonner for Harper. The Knicks 17. The Bulls 13. 6.5 remaining in this first quarter. Michael Jordan off to the fast start, this time to the pull-up, and he is on fire. Jordan, 5 of 6 from the field. 3 have been jump shots. The other 2 post-up moves. Kukoc picks it off. Leads Jordan, and he's fouled. Hacked by Harper.
Just a terribly careless pass by Charles Oakley. Literally threw it into the hands of Kukoc. I mean, the guy's 6'11". This is not a guy who's stealing basketballs all day long. Just a careless. Watch his pass. Just unbelievable. Kukoc just followed the direction of Charles Oakley's arms. And Jordan was flying down. Jordan is super up for this game. I mean, the guy's perfect all the time anyway, but there's another dimension here as he is going for the throat early. He wants 50, 60. That's the way he's playing.
Well, the Knicks now lead by 1. Michael always gets pumped up for games here at Madison Square Garden. Oakley. And back comes Armstrong. He'll be pumped up also, John, Thursday for the game in Boston. Final game for Michael and the Bulls at the Boston Garden, at least in the regular season. Oakley called for the foul.
Oakley whispering sweet nothings to Scottie Pippen, who ignores him by choice.
Pippen off the fake, and he will go to the line. Bonner picks up his first. Once again, Anthony Bonner in the starting lineup. Pat Riley has gone with Bonner, and then comes off the bench with Charles Smith, and now Anthony Mason. And you wonder eventually if the Chicago Bulls, who felt earlier in the season, before Jordan had rejoined the club, when they were going with Kukoc off the bench, you wonder if they would really be stronger with Kukoc coming in as a 6th man.
Most definitely, Marv. But the only way for that to happen would be to have a big, strong body out there, and that would make them stronger, too, because, as we've noted, they've been out-rebounded the 4 games Jordan has played by 10 per game, and that's where the Knicks have to punish them.
Well, Phil Jackson's club going with the trap. They will do that from time to time against the Knicks. Over the years, they've had great success with the pressing defense. And the call against the Knicks. Offensive foul on Oakley, and he's called for a technical.
A continuing disturbance for the Knicks when players voice their anger at the officials after calls, and technicals are called, which result in points being scored against them.
Not able to hit the tee. And Charles Smith replaces Charles Oakley. Leads with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 fouls.
Well, you know, Anthony Mason, sitting in his the position we last saw him at the end of the Knicks bench, is dying to get into this game.
Corey Blunt has checked in for the first time. That's Blunt with the ball. Blunt, a first-round draft pick of the Bulls last year out of University of Cincinnati. Jordan with 13 points. He's hit 6 of 7 from the field. And Chicago with a 7-0 run. Bulls lead by 3. Pass for Bonner. Gets it out to Smith. Ewing foul. Hit on a reach, and as Blunt came over to help out with Purdue. Anthony Mason on the far left. He had one of his best games as a New York Knick back on March the 2nd, as you mentioned right at the start of the telecast, the game here at the Garden. The Knicks coming from 22 down to beat the Bulls 93-89, and Mason 11 of 13, 26 points, 12 rebounds.
22 down with under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It was remarkable.
The Bulls 20. The Knicks 19, just under 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Michael Jordan looking very sharp. 13 points on 6 of 7 from the floor. Blunt. And he's called for steps.
Has got to focus on some offense of his own now after being distracted after he hit his first couple of shots by the onslaught of Michael Jordan.
And the foul's called on Jordan. So John Starks to the line for the first time. The Knicks have won 4 of their last 5 and 6 of their last 8 games in the regular season against the Bulls. And the Knicks have won 5 straight regular season games here at Madison Square Garden against Chicago. Knicks and Bulls tied at 20. Both clubs are shooting well here in the first quarter. Now Ewing over to help. Jordan changed his mind, and the double team cost. Bonner for Hopper. Hopper back to Bonner, does not shoot, passed it up. Starks instead for 3. And back come the Bulls on a 2-on-1. Pippen all the way. Yes, and it counts. The foul committed by Smith as Pippen went flying.
He's hurt. Left hand.
22nd timeout called by Chicago.
Well, after that missed opportunity by the Knicks under the basket, Pippen soared up at his dunk, and Charles Smith sends him flying. Pippen smiling now.
Hard collision with Smith, who was not trying to rack him up, but was looking to prevent the shot.
The thing about that whole play, Marv, is the Knicks had a layup opportunity and ended up throwing out for a jump shot.
And Pippen, obviously, all right. Nice pass from Ewing, and Bonner foul. Corey Blunt picks it up, and Anthony Bonner will go to the line. Bonner shooting 74% and a terrific improvement at the free throw line, although Anthony these days has not been seeing much time at the foul line.
One good thing now with Ewing the center of attention by the Bulls, they will focus their defense on him. They'll risk losing to the Knicks with outside shooting, which the Knicks have not been executing very well, as Pete Myers comes in and gives Superman a break for a couple of moments. But with Ewing, the focal point of the offense for the Knicks, when they get in the ball and people move off him, as Bonner just did, why, that opens up opportunities for other players and makes it more difficult for the Bulls.
Michael Jordan, 6 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line, 13 points. And the Bulls lead by 1. Pete Myers, a one-time New York Knick. Now the backcourt with B.J. Armstrong. Again, Ewing jumping out, helping out defensively, then gets back to Purdue. Shot clock at 6. Pippen spinning, lost it. Good play by Bonner. Harper spinning Armstrong and hitting.
If Bonner was up another foot in the air, Marv, that could have been Jordan. What a great move.
Bonner soaring to the basket. Bill Jackson looking for a timeout. The Knicks lead by 3, and the Bulls take time.
You still can. Jordan returns against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden on October 30th. Scheduling coincidence? November 3rd, Jordan makes his home debut as Washington hosts Allen Iverson and the defending Eastern Conference champion 76ers. December 16th, one famous Tar Heel alum faces another as the Wizards meet the Raptors. On January 4th, a matchup between two of the league's worst teams last season now gets top billing as Jordan plays against the Bulls for the first time in his career. About 2 weeks later, Chicago welcomes back its greatest player, now in an enemy uniform. And then there's February 12th, when Kobe Bryant and Phil Jackson welcome his airness to town. And on February 27th, Scottie Pippen and Jordan square off for the first time. Suddenly, Wizards tickets are a hot commodity. Much more on MJ's return still to come. But right now, let's get back to Michael's first comeback tour, the Bulls and Knicks from 1995, right here on ESPN Classic.
It has been an electrifying first quarter. Michael Jordan making his return to the Garden, have the hot hand, 6 of 7, 13 points. Michael and the Bulls bringing out the likes of Phil Donahue and Marlowe. Anthony Mason also on hand, and he will check in, and he hears it from the crowd. Anthony Mason making his return in Tacoma against the Sonics Sunday night following the 5-game suspension. 10 points and 10 rebounds. This is Larry Krystkowiak, who Phil Jackson is hoping will provide some help off the boards. It's only his 17th game of the season. He's been out with knee problems, also appendectomy. Michael Jordan is back, as you just saw. Luke Longley has checked in for the first time. Mason. Anthony Mason getting right to it.
Great move, great move. Also, Starks put good pressure on Jordan on that last jump shot. Made him strain.
Longley with the rebound. Facing the double team. Dribbles out of it. And then is fouled by Smith. The Knicks lead 28-23 by virtue of an 8-0 run with 2:39 remaining in this first quarter. And Luke Longley will go to the line. Luke Longley acquired from the Timberwolves last February in a deal for Stacey King. He was a #1 draft pick of Minnesota and the 7th selection overall for the 2.5 years with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and has seemingly developed some better post-up moves since coming over to Chicago. Charles Smith sitting down after collecting his second foul. Anthony Bonner returned.
He isn't the final answer, but he has been an asset, and he's an 80% foul shooter this season.
The Knicks lead by 4. Matchup is Krystkowiak against Mason. Hoffer shooting. Yes.
Oh, he hasn't had a move like that in weeks. He must be feeling good.
The Knicks 30, the Bulls 24. Anthony Mason figures to be too quick for Larry Krystkowiak. That is also the matchup at the defensive end for the Knicks. Shot clock at 7. Jordan. Michael Jordan has the jump shot falling here tonight. 7 of 9, 15 points in all.
See, the defender, Starks, has always got to be ready for the drive with Jordan. You don't want to be dunked on, and the great jump shot makes him impossible.
Shot clock at 5. Down to 3. Pippen knocked it away. Scottie Pippen leads the league in steals, able to bat it away from Starks. Pippen averages nearly 3 steals per game. Armstrong try to get it to Longley. Starks feeds back to Mason. Mason spinning Jordan and draws the foul. Basket won't count.
Michael took a ride with Mason delivering the ride.
Foul though on Longley. John Starks sitting down, replaced by Hubert Davis, who like Starks did not shoot well in the Knicks' last game against Seattle. Only 2 of 11 Knicks guards combining for 8 of 39 on Sunday night.
I think Hubert will be focusing on, for positive thinking, Marv, the last game, though, against the Bulls here at the Garden when he had 19 with 5 out of 7 from three-point range. But woe is Hubert if he's thinking about guarding Michael Jordan right now, as John Starks, the man he replaced, did.
Steve Kerr coming on for the first time, replacing B.J. Armstrong. Kerr has been on a good run from three-point range. 6-point lead for the Knicks. And a small team on the floor for the Bulls. The only big man is Longley.
Anthony Bonner matched up on Jordan down low, where Jordan continues to post.
And they isolate Jordan against Bonner. And Michael Jordan with 17 points.
17 of 28 that his team has accumulated.
The Bulls 11 of 15 from the field. Hopper with a spectacular move. Boyce with a 34-28 advantage.
He was making his decision right till the last second whether to pass or not.
Hopper is 4 of 4 from the line. Jordan for 3. Michael Jordan with 20 points. 20 of the 31. And the Knicks lead by 3. Half minute to go in this first quarter. Ewing. Bonner gets it back out. Knicks with the new 24.
Too long between shots for Ewing. He's too important. They've got to go to him more.
Down to 10. Down to 5. Hopper. Ewing. So after 1, it's the Knicks 34. The Bulls 31. Michael Jordan with 20. Well represented here tonight. Maury, Connie, Tom Brokaw seated behind the basket to our right, as are the subjects of media attention also represented. That, John, is Al Cowlings, taking it all in here at Madison Square Garden.
Interesting celebrity status he enjoys these days.
But it's not for his play as a member of the Buffalo Bills. Here's Kukoc giving it back out. Steve Kerr for 3. Kept alive by Kukoc. Anthony pushing it down. Smith getting position. It counts, and the foul.
He can say all he wants that he doesn't remember June 2nd, 1993. Game 5 here at the Garden, but the last time Michael Jordan was here, that's what Charles Smith wanted to do, and 4 times he failed. But boy, the way he reacted, you know, he did a flashback. That was some beautiful finish for Charles on that play.
Foul on Pippen is second, 11-2 run. While the Knicks, Michael Jordan sitting down getting a rest. B.J. Armstrong has come on. Knicks lead by 12. 5 minutes in, second quarter. Armstrong drawing the foul. He was hit by Anthony. His second and the team's second. Greg Anthony called for his second. Michael Jordan, 10 of 14 from the field, 22 points in all. You see what the Knicks have done to the Bulls here in the second quarter. Longley banking on Williams. The Bulls shooting here in the second, way off.
How about Kukoc? 0 for 2, scoreless thus far in the game.
The feeling was the first couple of games that Jordan played for the Bulls that Kukoc was starstruck, just wasn't himself. But he's come on the last couple. Pippen is blocked by Smith. And that's number 3 for Charles Smith.
Smith was backing up, trying to get out of his way, and that's why he's expressing the frustration. But from Pippen's perspective, he was trying to go forward up court, and he couldn't get there because Charles was in his way. It's a frustrating foul. I didn't mean to do anything bad. Why are you calling a foul on me expression?
And Charles sitting down. Anthony Bonner is back. The Bulls 1 of 11 from the field. Here in the second, Jordan 10 of 14. The rest of the squad, as he used to like to say, his supporting cast, not doing it to this point.
That's like some recent Ewing numbers this year.
And the foul against Chicago. Offensive foul. Illegal pick on Longley. He was on the move. Unit on the floor has done a good job for the Knicks. Anthony and Davis in the backcourt. Bonner, Williams, and now Oakley up front. Davis on a quick release. Pippen for three. Oh, the tip missed by Pico. Oakley saves it.
Any excuse to fall into the crowd by Charles, you know?
Oh, nice look. Anthony for Williams, and Greg Anthony has provided an enormous lift here in the second quarter. The Knicks lead 47-33. Phil Jackson calling a 20-second timeout. And now they change. Are they changing to a full? No, apparently not. It is a 20 taken by the Bulls.
Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman to Richard Hamilton and Kwame Brown. Potential Hall of Famers to unproven commodities. Stuart Scott now looks at the new challenges ahead as Michael Jordan becomes a member of the Washington Wizards.
He moves outside to Prophet. Three-pointer for Prophet, no. Rebound Alexander, no. Rebound, Muhammad has it.
Scottie Pippen? Not quite. Dennis Rodman? Maybe in the future, but not just yet. Ron Harper? Please.
This is not a team that's going to win right away. And I think Michael is well aware of that. What his objective is going to be to make them better. And his presence alone will do that.
Michael Jordan's last team with the Bulls featured a supporting cast that boasted a combined 9 All-Star appearances and 38 championship rings. Washington's 2001 version of the Jordanaires, 1 All-Star game, 2 rings.
When he was with the Bulls, they knew they were good. They knew they were a championship caliber team, and that was their objective. The objective for Michael with this team, make the playoffs if we can. Be a huge jump. Go from 19 wins to probably 40 wins that it would take to make the playoffs. That's a huge increase.
Jordan has been quoted as saying that to do just that, just make the playoffs, is sometimes like winning the championship. To achieve that goal with an inexperienced Wizards lineup, Jordan's ability to raise the level of his teammates' play will be severely tested.
Right now we return to the Bulls and Knicks from 1995, Jordan's first post-retirement tour of duty, here on ESPN Classic.
We rejoin the action with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. New York leads Chicago 48-42 in Michael Jordan's return to Madison Square Garden right here on ESPN Classic.
John, back in October of '84, when Michael Jordan was a rookie, he visited Madison Square Garden for the very first time for a preseason game. And as coach Kevin Laughery was asked prior to the game, could a player like Michael Jordan from the guard position turn the team around? Now listen to this answer. These are words that Kevin Laughery probably would laugh at today.
Not really, because he's not a 7-footer. And if he was 7 feet, he could, I think, with that type talent he has. But unfortunately, this game is played by the 7-footers, a big part of the game. He can obviously improve a basketball team, but there hasn't been a guard come in the NBA that has been able to turn the team around totally in the history of the game. I mean, they improved teams. I mean, Oscar and Jerry never won a championship until they got with Kareem and Wilt. So it takes an awful lot of parts, but he can fill his part for sure.
Well, knowing Kevin Laughery as the coach of the team, I think any coach, as we look at Jordan operate on Starks, would say something like that. Jordan gets ridiculous now with that fall-away one-hander. He must really dislike John Starks.
I think you were right on in terms of his motivation coming into tonight.
Oh, yes, right.
Oh, there's no question.
But back to that Lockery statement. He was trying to protect Jordan, not give him any pressure before the season began. That's what that remark was all about.
Michael with 29 points. Starks for three. Rebound Mason. And the Knicks will reset. 2 minutes to go in the half. Here is Oakley. Yes. The Knicks 50 and the Bulls 44. The stat line on Jordan, 13 of 18. 29 points in all. And he has done it with the complete repertoire.
Michael, you're hogging the ball.
Michael Jordan with 31 points. I don't think there will be any complaints from Phil Jackson, though, John. 4-point Knick lead. Hopper to the left hand. Beautifully done by Derek Hopper. And the Knicks lead by 6. In what will be one of the most memorable hands of basketball in the history of this Madison Square Garden. Michael Jordan draws the foul. Now this is one we'll be looking back at. His 5th game in his return. 31 points in all. 14 of 19 from the field. His season high in his previous 4 games, 32 against the Hawks on Saturday.
Well, Marv, I know there are some old-timers out there watching this thinking, why don't they knock him down? Why don't they interrupt his rhythm? Why don't they foul him when he's shooting? And perhaps Pat Riley's thinking that. Now, Jordan is so great, and he has the spring in his legs to go away from his defender, but still, part of the game of basketball on this level is has that kind of thinking behind it.
How frequently have you seen Michael Jordan being knocked down?
Well, it doesn't happen. There's a reverence for him, too, the unwritten reverence, and it's understandable. It's just a point, though.
It may have cost the Phoenix Suns the championship 2 years ago because he was basically untouched, and it had a lot to do with his friendship, and some say his conning of Charles Barkley, because he was not knocked down right throughout the series. I think, though, it's Hopper again is able to penetrate. I think if the Knicks and Bulls faced each other in the playoffs, you would see a different approach. And perhaps we'll see a different approach here in the second half. Knicks lead by 6. Jordan changed his mind. Wellington. Jordan with 10 on the shot clock.
The other point, too, Marv, is that Jordan is playing now in a league that doesn't have the hand check.
Jordan is fouled. And that time he was knocked down. Ewing called for the foul, his second. And Phil Jackson upset.
That's his job. Don't touch my man. Jordan going up. And he draws the attention this time.
He's 5 of 6 from the line. He has 34 points.
Another look at Jordan going by John Starks and then getting rocked at the end of that move.
22 and 3/10 seconds remaining in this first half. The Knicks lead 54-49. Michael Jordan with an extraordinary first half. He has 35 points. We are down to 10 seconds remaining in the half. Hopper, and he drew the foul. It's on Jordan. That is his second. The all-time high for Michael Jordan 5 years ago today against Cleveland. He had 69 points in a 117-113 overtime win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Well, they call that a non-shooting foul. Knicks take the 22nd timeout. There it is to the day. 23 of 37, 21 of 20. 23. I think Michael is aware of that anniversary. I know he has a sense of history about himself and about the game. So here in the first half, he has scored 35 against the Knicks.
He's just shooting the ball in an incredible manner, Marv. And I remember just looking at the press notes before the game, coming in after 4 games, Jordan was 1 for 10 from three-point range this year.
Mason had trouble inbounding. Final seconds of the half. Ewing draws the foul. It's on Wennington. 2:10 seconds to go in the first half. Wennington has picked up a quick 3. Patrick Ewing will go to the line.
As we look at Scottie Pippen after this explosive first half by Jordan, it's pretty clear, Marv, that the pressure is no longer on this man who has been carrying this team, leading them in 5 statistical categories this season. But no one has noticed Scottie Pippen here in the first half because of Michael Jordan. Pippen, who had 21 points against the Knicks in the first half here on March 2nd, then got quiet.
Ewing only 1 of 7 from the field in this first half. He now has 9 points. 6-point Knick lead. Ewing breaks it up. The story in this first half. Number 45, Michael Jordan, with 35 points. That is already his season high, and this his 5th game back. He is 14 of 19 from the field. Bob Page coming up in a moment at the MSG Sports Desk, and then we'll hear the thoughts of Al and Clyde. We'll be right. Anthony Mason in his 2nd game back since the 5-game suspension, playing only 6 minutes in the first half. Hit his 1 shot attempt, had 3 rebounds. And a traveling violation called against Tony Kukoc, who has not played well. 0 for 3 from the field, has not scored, but does have 9 rebounds. 3rd quarter getting underway. Michael Jordan in the 2nd quarter, accounting for 15 of the Bulls' 19 points. The Knicks with Ewing, Bonner, and Oakley up front. Bonner to the reverse. The Knicks 58, the Bulls 50. Again, Jordan isolated against Starks. And Michael Jordan continues to roll. 37 points for Jordan. Most points by a Knick scored here at Madison Square Garden. Bernard King with 60 against the Nets back in December of '84. Ewing.
Patrick Ewing was seething during the halftime break on the bench as Scottie Pippen reamed John Starks.
Well, a little acting, though, by Starks, I think, as he tried to draw the foul. Instead, it's called on Starks, and there is Bernard King, along with 19,000 plus checking out Michael Jordan. Bernard with 60 against New Jersey on Christmas Day back in 1984. That is an all-time Knick record here at Madison Square Garden.
Actually, Marv, I recall that game. It was after dinner in the evening.
Was it?
Yes, I vividly recall that. I remember my guests, and it was quite an evening.
John, I must say it's a blur to me, but I would never doubt. I would never doubt your accounts.
I must say too, that's one of your rare hoop blurs.
No. Actually, I was out of town. I did not do that game. Knicks lead by 5. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Purdue. Minute and a half gone by in the 3rd. Ewing. Hard driving move by Patrick Ewing. Foul on Purdue. That is his second. Will Purdue still wearing the face mask protecting the broken nose that was suffered earlier in the season. He was hoping to be able to discard that protective mask after the All-Star break, but he was bumped in the nose in a game back in early February. Started to bleed and was told that the bones in the nose have moved again, so he'll continue to wear the mask. Knicks lead by 7. Pippen was looking for the pick. Jordan fouled by Starks, who tried to stop that baseline move. That's 3 on Starks.
Well, the way the book of defense is written, Marv, one of the aspects of it is keep the ball out of the man's hands who's doing all the scoring. And that's the most difficult part of John Starks' job.
Armstrong. Pippen, a good look from Starks. That's 3 on Pippen.
I think what could be a poor first half for Ewing might turn out to be something very good for Ewing and his team. As we look at John Starks head up, recognizing Bonner running the court well and getting that opportunity to draw the foul into the basket. Because Ewing, with the 1 out of 7 and 9-point first half, 7 of his points coming from the foul line. As I mentioned, Marv was seething during the halftime break, sitting on the bench. You could see him just angry at the situation that he finds himself in, what he added to the team, what he didn't add in the first half. And he's determined now to come out strong. You can see it with his initial movements to the hoop instead of the jump shot as he opened up the third quarter.
The Knicks lead is now 9. They've led by as many as 14. It's been a solid game for Bonner. He has 12 points, 4 of 6 from the field. And Purdue was able to get position. 64-57. Here's the trap on Hopper. Knicks have handled the trap very well. Traveling violation on Bonner. An extraordinary first half for Michael Jordan. And in checking the record books, most points scored in a half here at Madison Square Garden. Actually, was the old Garden. 45 by Wilt Chamberlain as a member of the San Francisco Warriors. That was in November of '62. Here is Jordan. He's rejected. Starks. John Starks. That was 2-point range. And the Knicks lead 66-57. Jordan gets inside. Easy hoop.
Well, John Starks' teammates, Oakley and Ewing, weren't in tune with that situation. Nobody came to help out Starks. That was an easy hoop for Chicago.
39 for Jordan. Most points scored against the Knicks at the Garden. 73 by Wilt Chamberlain. That same game back in '62. That's the old Garden. 71 by Elgin Baylor as a member of the Lakers against the Knicks in 1960. Still a long way to go, but Jordan has 39, and we're early third quarter. Purdue able to shake loose.
What's going on here? Nobody guarding him within 10 feet.
Pat Riley taking a 20-second timeout.
Harper had slipped and fallen down, but he wasn't the man dealing with the big guy up front. You know, Mark, one of the interesting parts for Chicago in the first half, the criticism that goes Tony Kukoc's way is in the area of rebounding. Turns out in the first half, he's the leading rebounder in the game with 9 big rebounds, although he did not score in 18 minutes, only took 3 shots as Jordan took 19 of the Bulls' 36 shot attempts to the field. But he did a nice job on the boards.
Mentioned Anthony Bonner contributing offensively. 12 points is a new season high. The previous high 11 against the Bullets back in early December. Nick ball as we resume, and they trap Hopper deep. Bonner back to help. And the call made by Salvatore against Tony Kukoc. So that's 3 on Kukoc. 3 apiece on Kukoc and Pippen. Knick lead is down to 5. They've led by as many as 14. Ewing with a strong move. It counts and the foul.
You know, he still looks angry. There's no satisfaction in what he's doing now, which is great for his team, because Ewing wants to turn it on. Harper giving him that ball to do, running at Ewing, opening up the lane for Ewing to go running right by him.
Lane violation on the ball, so Ewing will get another opportunity. 3-point play for Ewing. The Knicks 69 and the Bulls 61. Bulls have been a decent road club, 15 and 20 overall. They've won their last 2, and obviously, for the most part, they were able to accomplish that record without Michael Jordan. Armstrong for 3. B.J. Armstrong bringing the Bulls within 5.
Talking to John Bachmar last week, the Charlotte Hornets assistant coach who worked with the Bulls, as you know, for 3 years. He said he thought B.J. would be the biggest recipient of Michael Jordan's return. He really reads B.J.
Ewing rejected by Pippen. Harper. And back come the Bulls. Kukoc reluctant to shoot. And Kukoc not able to handle the pass from Armstrong.
The Knicks need to establish Ewing as their Jordan here in the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter. They just got to go to him more and really make him the monster he can become in this game.
That was the 13th turnover committed by Chicago. The Knicks with 9. Starks on a quick release. Coming up short, but handled by Oakley.
Heads-up play by Charles Oakley, reminiscent of the big play that Anthony Mason made in the stretch of that last meeting with Chicago.
The Knicks 71, Bulls 64. Here is the post-up by Jordan. Ewing over to help. Here's Kukoc open, and Tony Kukoc hits the 3. That's his first field goal. 4-point lead for the Knicks. Ewing from Bonner. Good feed from Bonner. Ewing is fouled. He will go to the line after this timeout. Foul was called on Purdue, his 4th. We'll be right back.
And counting. The new 210 horsepower supercharged Nissan Xterra. Still everything you need, nothing you don't.
It's time to redo the kitchen.
Let's get that home equity loan.
It's the Hendersons.
Get him a great deal.
Patrick Bank's on the job. So's Ferguson Bank.
We need a lower rate.
Want banks to compete for your home equity loan? Come to LendingTree.com. Fill out one form and get up to 4 offers within hours. When banks compete, you win at LendingTree.com.
Do you want a handheld? Did you see that? Did you see that? That's Michael Vick, right there, number 7. Oh, I saw that baby. Man, he blew a hole in that dude's chest. I told you, man. Look at that. Oh, no, that's crazy. That is crazy. He didn't do that. I think he did. I got it all. I got it all.
Since the 85-86 games with a broken foot, Jordan has missed only 7 non-retirement games. He played in 287 straight regular season games to finish out his career, and last missed one in March of 1993 against San Antonio with an infection in his left foot. Jordan played the entire 82-game schedule 8 times in at least 80 games in 10 seasons. How will he hold up this season at the age of 38? Only time will tell. Stay with us for more on Jordan's return to the NBA, this time in a Wizards uniform. Right now, let's get back to the game.
We pick up the game with 1 minute 46 seconds left in the third quarter, and New York leading Chicago 78-77 as Michael Jordan is at the line shooting 2 after being fouled by John Starks on ESPN Classic.
Oh, this is some shaky lineup the Bulls have out there now as far as scoring. Blunt, Pete Myers, Luke Longley.
But does not really matter with Jordan. And, of course, Armstrong, who can score. Also on the court as Phil Jackson looks to rest Scottie Pippen. Here's Hubert Davis for John Starks. Michael Jordan with 45 points. 17 of 25 from the field, 9 of 10 from the line. The Bulls take a 1-point lead. They trail by as many as 14. Ewing drawing the double team. Shot clock at 5. Ewing. That was an excellent defensive sequence by Chicago, but Ewing able to score to give the Knicks a 1-point lead. Jordan now guarded by Mason. Jordan run down by Myers. We come up on 1 minute remaining in the third.
Mark Mason, the 5th man on the Knicks to guard Jordan tonight.
Signaling for the ball to come back outside, and he and Myers have some words, waving at each other in anger. Smith for 3. Rebound Jordan. Michael Jordan very upset with Pete Myers, and Jordan fires and hits. 3-pointer for Jordan, and the Bulls lead 82-80. Michael Jordan with 49 points as this third quarter winds down. Think we'll see much of Pete Myers in the fourth quarter, Jim? 9-2 run by Chicago. Shot clock at 5. Hopper, yes. And he's tied the game at 82. Final seconds of the fourth. Down to 5. Down to 3. Down to 1. Well, we head to the fourth. Here are the circumstances. The Knicks and Bulls tied at 82. Michael Jordan with 49 points after 3. Jordan will get a brief rest at the start of this fourth quarter.
Jordan communicates with his teammates, and that's one of his many manifestations of his leadership. Jordan's played 32 of the 36 minutes in this game.
Pippen with the steal. Kerr with the daylight. Steve Kerr knocking it down to give the Bulls an 84-82 lead. Knicks with Davis and Hopper in the backcourt. Ewing, Smith, Mason up front. Hopper making contact with Myers. Ewing is fouled by Longley. That field goal a moment ago by Steve Kerr, our crack statistician, Eric Merlis, points out that that was the first basket by a member of the Chicago Bulls bench. Ewing is now 12 of 16 from the line. Michael Jordan with enormous numbers. 20 in the first quarter, 15 in the second, and 14 in the third. Bulls lead by 1.
Knicks 21 of 30 from the line tonight. The Bulls 21 of 24.
Here's Kerr for 3. Steve Kerr with a 2 and then a 3. Correction on those numbers on Michael Jordan. He is 18 for 28 from the field for 49 points. Smith for Mason. Nice pass by Charles Smith. The Bulls 87, the Knicks 85.
Bulls double team everybody down low on the Knicks, so it opens up holes like Charles Smith just found.
Rick Anthony out the backcourt with Hubert Davis. Beautiful move by Pippen, but he came up short. Mason protecting against Pippen. Oh, Kerr took a shot inadvertently from Davis. Mason, again, a beautiful pass, this time from Ewing.
Yes, off the double team once again.
The game is tied at 87. Chant of defense from this capacity crowd. Myers ran into Smith and lost it. 3-on-1. Smith on wall, look out. Steve Kerr with the foul on Charles Smith. Will it be a flagrant? Well, no indication. The call is that Kerr wrapped up Smith.
Well, Myers with poor ball handling here dribbles into Smith. Now Charles looks and sees he has 2 teammates, but he also saw the much shorter Kerr on him, figured he could overpower him. Kerr made a good play for him.
Crowd reacting to that call. Here's DJ Armstrong for Pete Myers. Michael Jordan playing 32 minutes, getting a rest here in the early moments of the fourth quarter. The Bulls have been hot from three-point range. They've hit their last 5. Knicks by 1. 2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Knicks have had their problems at the line. They've hit only 5 of the last 12 free throws. Longley looked like he was surprised to find the ball with no one behind him, and then was able to take advantage.
Bulls have terrific outside shooters out there now, so you don't want to allow Longley to get shots like that up.
Knicks trailing by 1 point. Herb Williams off the fake. Charles Smith again able to stop it. Serving up a facial on Luke Longley. Knicks by 1. Pippen for 3. And the Bulls roll on from downtown. They've hit their last 6 from three-point land. Chicago 92, New York 90. Williams stopped by Longley.
Longley at 7-2. And Herb Williams has got to serve up a little deception on those easy turnarounds.
Kerr looking for the shot. Here's Pippen. It counts, and the foul. Scottie Pippen fouled by Herb Williams. And Pippen will go to the line looking for the three-point play.
Well, with Jordan out, Pippen now serves up. A gorgeous move. He shocked the Knicks in the first half in the first meeting. As you mentioned earlier, 21 points. He's been quiet tonight because Jordan has been the man, but now Pippen has a chance to carry things.
Pippen has 17 points. Bulls lead by 4. It is their biggest lead. Foul called on Armstrong. Just a moment ago, Michael Jordan and Pete Myers again appear to have a heated discussion.
Myers likes to talk, like many players do.
Traveling violation on Williams.
Herc seems to be at a pace that is not quick enough for what's required here right now.
4 minutes gone by. Phil Jackson feeling it in terms of sending Michael Jordan back onto the court. 4 minutes of rest for Jordan. Armstrong for 3. Make it 7 straight from downtown, and the Knicks call for time. The Bulls 97 and the Knicks 90, and they have accomplished this with Michael Jordan sitting it out.
It's not enough to be the 2 best middleweights on earth. To be undefeated like Felix Tito Trinidad. To have 13 successful title defenses like Bernard the Executioner Hopkins. Because what's at stake is pride, country, and the first undisputed middleweight crown in 14 years. Trinidad versus Hopkins, now September 29th, live on pay-per-view. Contact your pay-per-view provider to order. 2 great champions, and then there was one.
A Ford leadership drive is on. Last year, your Ford dealer had 5 of the 10 best-selling vehicles in America, and he wants more. That's why now's the time to get great cashbacks, like $1,250 on Focus, $2,000 on Mustang, and the 2001 Explorer, $2,500 on Ranger, Expedition, and the F-150. Whatever you're looking at, that's a lot of cash that could go right toward your down payment. So get to the Ford leadership drive today.
What's the capital of Alaska?
Alaska? If you want to know the capital of Alaska, you go ahead and call Alaska.
Isn't that kind of expensive?
Not anymore. In fact, your sister's on the other line to Japan.
おぶさん、ご飯とよくない？先に食べてきてよ。待ってるから。
For a free service activation, call 1-888-622-9681.
Classic every weeknight at 8 Eastern and Pacific.
You know, the most amazing things happen to me every time I begin to read. I can fly among the moon and stars, or I can visit lands both near and far. I've always liked a good mystery, but there are so many things that interest me. And my favorite thing is when it ends, another book starts it all again.
Mike Leeson here as we continue our tribute to Michael Jordan. From his shot as a freshman in the national championship game, Michael Jordan has always had the ball in his hands with a game on the line. Here's a look at a few of his numerous clutch performances.
Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win! The big Cleveland Cavaliers! Michael Jordan hits it at the foul line.
Now Jordan, 2 seconds. Lets it fly. And out he goes!
Pippen finds Jordan. There it is. Rodman is on him, one-on-one. 5 seconds to go. Jordan off the glass.
Jordan for the win. Yes! He did it again! He is now back!
We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan.
17 seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Much more on MJ still ahead, including a look at his place in history. Stay with us as Jordan drops a double nickel on the Knicks during his first NBA comeback right here on ESPN Classic.
7:55 remaining in this fourth quarter. And with the Bulls succeeding with Michael Jordan sitting it out, Phil Jackson staying with the current lineup. Longley on the rejection of Ewing. 10-2 run by Chicago. They've done it with a three-point shot. They've hit their last 7. Here's Kukoc, way off. But Longley is right there. Break for the Bulls. And they now lead by 9.
Well, the Knicks are being picked apart now at their lack of sharpness defensively.
Ewing, yes. Bulls 99. The Knicks 92. Ewing has 25 points. And here comes Michael Jordan walking towards the scorer's table. 49 points thus far for Jordan. Kukoc. And Smith with the rebound. Anthony with the change of pace dribble. He's fouled. Foul on Kukoc. Jordan replacing Kerr. Steve Kerr providing a lift by hitting a 3 and a 2. And Corey Blunt checks back in. Tony Kukoc departing. Kukoc picking up his 5th foul. Knicks with Hopper and Starks at the guards. Ewing, Smith, Mason up front. Ewing draws the foul. Yes, and it counts. Longley with his 5th. Ewing to the line.
Ewing wearing that expression of anger once again after he hits that shot. It's been a frustrating game for Patrick. Here he gets off a beautiful jump shot and draws the foul.
Well, the Knicks struggling at the free throw line. Jordan gets inside, and Hopper gets to it.
Great team defense, making Jordan squirm on that move.
Ewing, yes, and it counts. He'll head back to the line.
He can't get enough. What a great move by Ewing. Perry Ellis, look at Ewing now. Now he plays really big on this move. Fakes left, goes right to the hoop.
He's fouled out, Luke Longley.
Another look at it now, how tough he can be when he decides to go right to that basket. He's not self-satisfied. He's not fulfilled with that play. He and his teammates want more, and they're getting closer once again. Bulls have some scars from their last visit on March 2nd. The Knicks shocked them in the 4th quarter. A little different tonight, though, with Jordan here.
Longley with number 6. He's gone. 5 points, 5 fouls, but Ewing again not able to complete the 3-point play. The Bulls lead by 3. Will Perdue has replaced Luke Longley. 6 minutes to go on the 4th. Jordan slicing through and stopped by Smith. Ball last touched by Chicago.
Jordan holding his nose. Not making a big fuss of it to the official, but he wanted the official to know he was socked.
Knicks trailing by 3 points. Ewing, yes. Oh, he's on fire. Patrick Ewing in this 4th quarter is pulling a Michael Jordan. 31 points in all. The Knicks are down by only 1. 5.5 remaining in the 4th. 8-0 run by the Knicks. Shot clock at 6. Jordan. Rebound Perdue. Will Perdue providing a 3-point lead for the Bulls.
Over the back of Charles Smith. Good play by Perdue.
6 points for Perdue. Came on for Longley, who fouled out just a moment ago. Hopper. Michael Jordan has missed his last 4 shots. 18 of 31 overall.
Notice Mark Jordan handling that ball like a baseball.
Jordan rejected by Ewing. Kept alive by Blunt. Corey Blunt with his first field goal. The Bulls 103. The rebound.
Oh, and a box out.
And his pass underthrown, intended for Ewing. Armstrong calling for time. It has been a frantic pace with 3:53 left in the fourth. The Knicks trail by 5. In fact, 2 in a row from half court for Michael Jordan. And he is fouled. Jordan with the duck under move. Took the hit from Starks. That is number 5 for Starks. Non-shooting foul. The Knicks with their second team foul. Bulls already over the limit. 3:48 to go in the fourth. The Bulls lead by 5. Both clubs shooting well.
Jordan serves up a variety of things offensively. A lot of driving and a lot of jump shooting.
And Michael Jordan with 51 points. 19 of 33 from the field. He is the first Knick opponent to go for 50 or more since December of '91. Dominique Wilkins at 52 for Atlanta against the Knicks. Ewing, yes. The Bulls 105 and the Knicks 100. A high for the season in the NBA, 53 by Willie Burton of the 76ers. Jordan has 51. Michael Jordan had a 50-point game against the Knicks opening night of '86. Foul is called.
John Starks draws the foul. And it was Michael Jordan on a push-off.
Michael committing his third. Now we're talking regular season here at the Garden in terms of those 50-point games. Michael Jordan with an exchange of words with John Starks. Jordan had, that's a leg block. You'll recall back in the playoffs in '93 in game number 4 in Chicago, Jordan had a 54-point game against the Knicks.
The quick eyes of Jordan also playing to the crowd. Familiar faces after baskets, after situations.
2:50 to go in the fourth. And the Knicks are down 105 to 100. Hopper. Mason. Knicks swing the ball. Ewing facing a double team. Good reaction. That'll put Mason at the line, but he's missed his last 2 at the line. Foul on Blunt. That is his 4th. Patrick Ewing with the quick recovery on the double team to get it to Anthony Mason, who was only 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Big second half for Ewing. 24 points in the second half alone as the former Dream Teamers talk it up a little bit in a rest moment.
Charles Oakley hears it from the crowd. Has not played in some time. Coming on for Charles Smith, who's done a good job. 8 points for Smith. And Tony Kukoc is back on the floor.
Problem for the Bulls now. Kukoc, Will Purdue. They have to deal with Charles Oakley now, who's going to crash the boards like crazy.
Bulls 105. The Knicks 102. Jordan getting the step. 53 points for Michael Jordan, who is now deep in conversation with John Starks. That ties the season high. Starks, and he will go to the line.
For some reason, Jordan allowed him to go right. He overplayed him left heavily, and Starks took off.
Foul on Kukoc, and that is number 6.
Take a look at Jordan now. He just sits on that left. See, all of a sudden he faded left. He gave Starks the lane. John wanted one of his Michael Jordan imitation shots at the end of this move. It didn't quite work out, but he went airborne with a spectacular attempt.
So Michael Jordan celebrating the 5-year anniversary of his career-high 69-point game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 53 points here tonight. You know, it took him a long time. This is his 5th game, and he's already matched the season high this season in the NBA. Willie Burton of the Sixers, as we mentioned, scored 53 earlier in the year. And Jordan has matched that.
He stretches the minds of his greatest fans, of people who think they understand this guy and what he's capable of, and he takes everything to another degree.
Bulls 107, Knicks 103. Starks is 2 of 3 at the line. He has 9 points. And again, John struggling with a 3-point shot, 1 for 7 tonight, following the 2 of 14 in Seattle. 3-point lead for Chicago. If the Bulls hold on and win, they'll be within 2 games of the Cavaliers. Oakley on a switch chasing Jordan. Jordan, rebound Oakley, and a foul, loose ball foul against Oakley. For the Knicks, their first team foul in the final 2 minutes, so the Bulls in possession with a new 24.
The danger with double teaming Jordan, and this goes back years, is that he's such a great passer, he'll find the open man. On that play, the Knicks didn't put double pressure on him, but they have to be so selective.
Now Jordan posting up, plays that lead, gets it to Purdue, rejected by Ewing. Mason pushes it down to Harper. Ewing in position. Knicks down by 3. Ewing draws the foul. Yes! And it counts! Wait a moment. He will not get the call on the continuation. And Pat Riley is furious.
Another look at Ewing with an amazing shot and a reaction I've never seen from him before on the court.
This game has such significance to the Knicks. Probably more than any other team in the NBA, they were affected by the return of Michael Jordan. They were not very happy about it.
Patrick's missed his last 3 at the line, and the Knicks are down 3. Their foul shooting tonight, 68%.
A minute 28 to go in the 4th. Ewing hits 1 of 2. It cuts it to a 2-point Chicago lead. A minute 20 remaining in the 4th. Jordan blocked, forced the shot. Starks with Jordan chasing. Ties the game at 107. Pippen banks it home. The Bulls by 2, and the Knicks call for time. 56 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. His first game is October 30th against the Knicks. Now let's get back to the Bulls and Knicks from 1995 here on ESPN Classic.
Left, Chicago 3 and a 20. Ewing puts the move on Purdue and is fouled. Ewing having his problems at the line. That's number 5 on Purdue. Ewing overall 14 of 21 at the free throw line.
He represents the team. That's the team shooting tonight. He's concentrating on that rim, though.
Are down by 1.
I think Patrick's driven tonight, Marv. He's driven. He wants this one so badly, and it's really showing in his body language.
Timeout is called when seconds remaining. In this fourth quarter, the Knicks down 109-108. Ewing hit the first of two. The timeout rundown. Game is tied at 109. Ewing with 36 points. Armstrong handles against Harper. Jordan played very well by Starks. Good fake though, and he has given the Bulls a 111-109 lead. The Knicks call for time, and that is a high for the NBA this season. 55 points by Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan just a moment ago hit his 21st field goal, 21 of 37 from the floor, 55 points in all, and this gave the Bulls a 111-109 lead. It was Saturday night against the Atlanta Hawks. Michael Jordan in the final seconds, guarded by Steve Smith with a stutter step move, able to hit over Smith at the buzzer for the game winner against Atlanta.
Well, and he's taken another giant step forward tonight.
Yes, the basketball conditioning coming back. In this, his fifth game, the jump shot is back. Starks, and he draws the foul. Will Perdue argues the call as he is fouled out. Phil Jackson very upset. That's the third Bull to foul out.
John Starks with a very determined move. Once he saw he was by Jordan, it was straight to the hoop, and he drew that foul. And he's out there thinking about it now. He's going to the line.
Starks 3 of 4 at the line tonight, a 73% free throw shooter. Bill Wennington, the St. John's product, who has played briefly tonight, will check in. So it's Perdue, Longley, and Kukoc fouling out. And John Starks trying to tie the game with 14 and 6/10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Bulls lead by 1.
What a scenario for Jordan at this moment.
Knicks have one timeout left. Chicago 2 and a 20. Clutch free throw shooting by John Starks. The Knicks and the Bulls tied at 111. And Phil Jackson calls for time.
Michael Jordan played in 37 playoff series, winning 30. Jordan's Bulls were pushed to the limits in a series only 5 times. The record in those do-or-die games, 4-1. Only the bad boy Pistons in 1990 beat MJ's Bulls in a decisive game. During their 6 championship runs, the Bulls played in only 2 Game 7s against the Knicks in 1992 and the Pacers 6 years later in 1998. Chicago never was forced to play in a Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Jordan never missed the playoffs in 13 seasons as a player with the Chicago Bulls, while the Wizards franchise, on the other hand, hasn't won a playoff game in 13 years. Right now, let's return to the Bulls and Knicks from 1995 here on ESPN Classic.
John, do you share the same thought that I have? I hate to see this game end.
Thrilling to be part of this one.
Anthony Bonner has replaced Hubert Davis. The Knicks and the Bulls tied at 111. 14 and 6/10 seconds to go. Chicago does have a full time and a 20 remaining. Knicks have 1 timeout left. Starks lost his footing here as Jordan, and a surprise sets up Wennington. 3 seconds to go. The Bulls by 2. The Knicks call for time. The Knicks drawn, as you might expect, to Jordan, who had the open man, and Bill Wennington with the stuff to give the Bulls the lead.
Remember Dean Martin singing Ain't That a Kick in the Head?
Ain't that a kick in the head?
Remember Connie Francis singing Mama?
Mama.
Now, all the incredible music you grew up with can be yours in one amazing collection. Italian-American classics. 22 timeless hits from music's most memorable voices. Jerry Vale, Tony Bennett, Louis Prima,
And just a gigolo, and everywhere I go, people know the part I'm playing.
Italian-American Classics brings you the music that defined an era and inspired generations.
Peppina, oh, you little mouse, so won't you go away? Volare. Oh,
To get all of these hits, you'd have to buy over 20 CDs, costing hundreds of dollars. But with Italian-American Classics, you'll get all these great songs on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes. Now that's an amazing collection.
Nobody till somebody loves you.
Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy.
With Italian-American Classics, you'll enjoy the legendary sounds of Perry Como, Rosemary Clooney, and Bobby Darin.
Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know?
This 2-volume collection is not available in stores.
Order Italian-American Classics now by calling 1-800-641-1331 or send check or money order for $19.98 for 2 cassettes or $24.98 for 2 CDs, plus shipping and handling. Rush deliveries available. Italian-American Classics is not available in stores, so order now.
3 1/10 seconds remaining. The Knicks using their final timeout. Bulls by 2. Mason will throw it in. And a delay of game taken as Phil Jackson wanted to check it over.
Only time, Marv, for one transfer of that basketball. It's going to be hard to make it to Ewing. It might have to be a jumper.
Starks lost the handle, and that will do it. It's a backcourt violation. Chicago will take over. 0.8 of a second remaining. John Starks lost his footing, lost the ball, lost it to the backcourt. And now Pippen will throw in. 0.8 of a second left. All the Bulls have to do is touch it. They do, and that is it. The Chicago Bulls with a dramatic 113-111 victory over the New York Knicks. They are now within 2 games of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they have taken 2 of 3 against the Knicks this season. Michael Jordan with a remarkable return to Madison Square Garden. Only his 5th game since making the return against the Indiana Pacers a week and a half ago, and Jordan with 55 points on 21 of 37 from the field. The 55 points represents the high for this 94-95 season.
Knicks on the inbound to John Starks. He slips, unfortunately, 2nd time in a row. And with 0.8 of a second left, the Knicks had nothing left. A most unfortunate move for the Knicks with John losing his footing on that play.
The Bulls go to 37 and 33, while the Knicks drop to 44 and 24. The Bulls 113 and the Knicks 111.
Our league MVPs and the championship winning basket on what many thought would be his final shot. It was his final shot as a Bull. Will Jordan's 3rd go-around in the NBA produce more unforgettable moments or taint his image of greatness? Only time will tell. For ESPN Classic, I'm Mike Gleason. Good night.